You know, I still remember that day at the JFK VIP lounge like it was yesterday, sitting there in my crisp white suit, feeling the weight of a $1 billion deal I'd just closed with the American Aviation Board, and thinking, man, this is my quiet ritual before a flight back to Chicago. Just me, a light pasta, and some peace. Until it all went sideways in a split second. I'm Dr. Elena Hartwell, CEO of Airline International. We handle the tech backbone for airports across the globe, and yeah, I was early as always, savoring that expensive silence, the kind where the jazz hums low, the champagne barely whispers, and nobody dares break the calm. But then Alex Rivera, this young waiter, 28, juggling too many shifts to pay for his wife Sophia's cancer treatments. He trips distracted by a buzzing phone about overdue bills, and bam. The spaghetti sauce hits my jacket like an accusation, streaking red down my blouse, dripping onto the leather seat, and the whole room freezes, glasses midair. Even the pianist skips a note. I look down at the mess, calm as ever inside. Sure, a flash of annoyance, but I've built my life on composure. You see, because rage is easy, but stillness? That's power in Alex. Poor guy, his hands shaking from exhaustion, grabs napkins, muttering, "Oh God, ma'am, I'm so sorry." Fumbling to clean it up, but I stop him gently. "No, don't touch me." Not harsh, just firm, absolute. And the lounge watches like it's a show they didn't buy tickets for. Then embarrassment hits him hard, pride twisting into defensiveness, because when you're that tired, that broke, words slip out wrong, and he forces a brittle laugh, says, "Well, maybe next time don't wear white if you can't handle a little stain, lady." And oof, the gasp from the bar, the wrong chord from the piano, it lands like broken glass, stripping the pretense from the air. I just meet his eyes, no anger, just that quiet that makes you question yourself, and he swallows hard, regretting it instantly, but too late. Carla, the supervisor, rushes over, sweating. "What's going on here?" And Alex stammers it's an accident, but I raise a hand subtle, stopping everything, and say, "No, you won't handle this." I will, standing slow, deliberate, a drop of sauce sliding off my cuff like punctuation, folding the stained napkin neatly, and the silence? It's electric now, humming in everyone's veins. Alex trembles, thinking of Sophia at home, hooked to machines they can't afford, wanting to apologize, disappear, but my quiet makes him small, not on purpose, just because grace doesn't need to shout. I pull out my phone, press one button. "This is Dr. Hartwell, execute Horizon Protocol," and the voice on the other end confirms, effective immediately. I hang up, look at Alex softly. "You meant every word. Exhaustion doesn't invent them, it just lets them out." And he chokes, "Please, my wife." But the words die, and I sip my water, washing away the noise, not the stain, before walking to the private exit, pausing just long enough to whisper to him, "Clean this up carefully, you never know whose ground you're on." And then I'm gone, the door clicking shut like fate. By the time I reach the terminal, overlooking the runways with planes lined up bearing our Aerolink logo, my phone buzzes me, "CFO, in Chicago. Protocol confirmed. JFK lounge license suspended pending review." And I text back, "Make it permanent." Gazing at my reflection in the glass, not mad, just precise, whispering to myself, "Change starts quiet." Meanwhile, back in the lounge, the air's shifted, people whispering, "Do you know who that was?" And Alex, kneeling to pick up shards, a red drop burning his wrist, mutters he'll take responsibility, but Carla warns, "You're lucky if she doesn't sue." And he nods, head spinning, not knowing yet that a discreet phone snap of me, calm amid the chaos, crimson blooming like defiance, is already rippling online, shared 10,000 times by his clock out, turning his slip into a movement. The next night, the lounge feels haunted, same lights, same piano, but whispers now about me, the woman in white who didn't yell, but made everyone feel their titles shrink. Alex shows up late, eyes red from no sleep. Carla pulls him aside. "It's not about money, it's about what you said." And he winces. "She looked at me like I didn't exist." But Carla shoots back, "Maybe because you made yourself small first." And ouch, truth stings. Then businessmen at a table scroll feeds. That's her CEO of Aerolink. They run half the world's airport tech, including here. And Alex freezes, tray midair, heartbeat drowning the music, whispering to himself. God, what have I done? Carla sighs. She's not after revenge if that's what scares me. People who want change, they whisper. Hours later, I step back in-room recalibrates, staff freeze, guests straighten and sit at my old table, still faintly stained, phone face down, whispering, continue as usual. But then it lights up. Horizon protocol complete. And I smile, not cruel, not triumphant, mercy in control. I stand, tell Carla softly. Tell your staff be mourning, management looks different, and her voice trembles. What does that mean? I meet Alex's eyes for the first time since. It means you'll learn who you really work for. And leave. No drama. Just recognition rippling through the room. Midnight, in a quiet conference suite. I make the call. Chicago, secure line. Begin transition, full scope license to permanent. Notify legal, ops, comms. Language is correction, not crisis. My CFO exhales. Valuation impact. 3.6 billion, but I cut in soft, not a loss of proof. We don't measure dignity quarterly. Add the clause. 1-year healthcare for all staff during retrain. Universal. Grace isn't a perk. Another call, legal. Withdraw a letter by 1 a.m. Hand deliver red, no negotiation, calibration. Procurement. Revisit contracts metric. How they speak to the invisible. Ops in New York. Team arrives dawn. Ethics module first, make it memorable. Respect's cheaper than repair. Carla appears at my door, hesitant. How long you worked here? 12 years, she says. Started pouring coffee. Ended up pouring apologies. I nod. Then you know service from servitude. And she admits, I didn't stop it, so I let it sit. Accountability's a Mororno sermon needed. Tomorrow, step forward or aside, either honest. Only one useful. She chooses forward, and I dismiss her gently. Across town, Alex lies awake beside Sophia, her breath shallow, not telling her about the viral vid or the protocol humming in his skull. Text Carla. I'll be there, not knowing if it's courage or surrender. By dawn, my team Aravesno logos, just better behavior envelopes with schedules, stipends, healthcare portal immediate, no forms. Alex reads it twice, face crumbling, glances at me across the room, redesigning the greeting desk so people are seen, not processed, and understands. I didn't spill arrogance on Grace did, but Mercy's rewriting it. The ripple hits hard headlines. The woman in white shuts down JFK Lounge. Stock in Aerolink rises 7%. Horizon protocol trends. Speculation wild. Who is she? How'd one call make an airport breathe different? JFK CEO, Victor Lang, storms in, immaculate suit, eyes swollen from lawyer calls, demands Carla find me. But I'm already there. Same suit, pressed perfect. He approaches, hand out, Dr. Hartwell, personal apology for the isolated incident. But I ask soft, for what happened or who it happened to. He stammers both, offers settlement, but I slide the document. You had a partnership as of midnight, concluded. Over a culture making mistakes predictable. He whispers, you're destroying us. I turn, no auditing. And as I leave, pause by Carla. You stay, that counts. Then to Alex's eyes. A nod, permission to try. Media explodes. Hartwell correction. Awe and argument.